Hello, today I'm going to make some elderflower cordial. Come with me. At the bottom of our garden we've got an elder tree and it's starting to flower nicely, so we're going to take 30 heads. I think I can spare them. It's a massive tree. 30 heads. When you pick them, try and keep them upright and keep the pollen where it needs to be. Here are our 30 heads of elderflower. I'm just going to leave them outside and let the wind blow the dust away. Try not to wash them because you don't want to wash all the pollen out. Okay, I'll leave those for a while, a couple of hours maybe. So here's our elderflower umbels. All I've done after leaving them for about, 2 or 3 hours outside, I'll give them a shake to get the bugs off. Just don't wash it because you're going to wash away the pollen that's left. I mean, shaking it releases a lot of the pollen anyway, but they'll be fine. So when you can cut off a lot of the thicker stems before you start with this recipe. But anyway, next stage. Okay, next step. You want 2 litres of water. I've already got a litre in there. You'll have to excuse me, I am actually making a roast dinner as well at the minute, so the kitchen's a bit of a mess. So 2 litres of water, then a full kilo bag of sugar, so 1 kilo of sugar. I know it seems a lot, but this is basically a sugar syrup you're making here. Pop that on the heat and bring that to the boil. So while that's coming up to the boil, I'm going to take a lemon and I'm just going to juice that up. Careful not to add any seeds to it. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? So get as much juice out of that lemon as you can. There we go. Right, once your sugar syrup's come up to what we call a rolling boil, you can now turn the heat off and let it cool down slightly. I mean, everything else is going to happen when the pan's still hot, but you want to stop the boil and let it settle for a few minutes. Right, I'm just going to show you what I've done. I've cut some of the stalks off because they can be mildly toxic. Doesn't really matter if there's a little bit of stalk because, you know, it's not that bad really. You want to get these flowers when they're white, not brown, no buds really. This is the time of year. Okay, this is, what's the date? We're just the beginning of June now. And up here in the north, this is what we've got. So here's my sugar syrup. It's just cooled down a little bit. It's still hot. So what I want to do is pour in our lemon juice. I'm going to put in the, why not just throw in the skins as well from the lemon. And then this needs to be submerged into the stock sugar syrup. Okay, so here we go. Just get all that in there. Going to make sure that's all pushed down into the liquid. And all we need to do now is cover it with a lid and wait till tomorrow. So the next day, and we're about 15 hours later, this is what you're left with. And I tell you, the smell coming out of that is pretty strong. Wow, wish I had smell-o-vision. So I'm going to pour that through a fine mesh sieve. If you have a piece of muslin cloth, you can use that and, you know, squeeze all the goodness out. I'm probably just going to put some gloves on and squeeze the juice out of the flowers. So here we go. Maybe a bit sloppy. hoping this bowl's going to take 2 litres now. Sure, I measured it. I'll just stop there a minute, just in case. Right, for this bit, I'll put some gloves on. I'm just going to take that lemon out. Don't need that. Pour the rest through the sieve. Try and keep it in the sieve. I'm just going to give that a squeeze with my hands, so you put gloves on. Get all the rest of that lovely flavour out of it. It really does smell quite strong now. Remember, it's quite concentrated, this stuff. You'll only need a little bit. There's also quite a lot of sugar in it. That should do us. And that's what you get from 30 heads of elderflower. Right, once you've sieved it and you're happy with it, I've got a couple of sterilised bottles here I'm going to pour into here. I just filled them with boiling water and left them for a few minutes. Now, this will keep in the fridge for several months. If you want it to last a bit longer, you can add a touch of citric acid. But yeah, I'm not adding anything else. I think this is just fine as it is. Don't know if I'll be able to use it all out, but hey. So it's been a good little tree, that elder. I've had woodier mushrooms off it as well this year, which aren't my favourite, but they're free. It's free food. Yes, I'm going to end up with quite a lot of this, I think. So yeah, you can add this to just some tonic and ice, or you can add it to gin and tonic and ice, which I will probably be doing. You don't need much. Like I say, this is why it's going to last so long, because it's really sweet and it's really strong flavoured. You've got the lemon, you've got the elderflower, you've got the sugar and the water. That's all it is. Dead simple. If I can do it, anyone can. And once again, apart from buying a bag of sugar and a lemon, it's free. Am I going to have enough room? Nope, that's it. Well, just have to glug that. And there we go. The Elderflower Cordial. Okay, so some ice in the glass. I'm going to put a bit of gin in the glass. I'm not measuring. Yeah, Elderflower Cordial, give it a shake, because the sediment settles to the bottom. Say sediment, it's pollen and all sorts, but you want it mixed up properly. Trying to do this with one hand's not easy. I've got this in an old vinegar bottle. Washed out, sterilised of course, but it just makes it easier to pour. So put a little drizzle or measure of that, as much as you want for taste. It's quite strong and quite sweet. Tonic water. And a little bit of lemon to finish it off. Looks pretty tasty. The proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating. Or the drinking. So cheers. Oh yeah. I think I got it just about right. You could have it without the gin, just a bit of tonic and ice. Oh yeah, nice. First time I've made it. Try it yourself, it's lovely. Bye.